Okay, now let's talk about the object. We already added an object. After you add the object and import the library, the database as a library, of course, I want you to kindly save your project and just exit. And after a couple of minutes, go back, like go get a drink you like, and then come back. Why? Because I myself experienced some problems with Unity after importing a target image, and I've seen on the internet people were also complaining from the same thing. So now this is our target image. When we added a target image from the Vuforia engine target image, it was just a placeholder, empty, and we populated it with our, here I'm using my mouse wheel, and this is our card now. All right, so this databases are okay, everything is all right. Yes, it is. And what's not all right is maybe you want to use either this gizmo or this one to actually move the object. As before I start here, I would like to go over the what is the scene or runtime scene gizmo. The gizmo just presents a geographical, it's a geographical presentation of the position and orientation of any of the scene really. So because it's a scene gizmo. So this is an object gizmo. This is the scene gizmo. So basically, as you can see, it contains an x-axis, as you can see here, and the x-axis presented, as you can see, by a red cone. And of course, this and this is the x-axis. Basically, let's show you again. This cone along with the other side, like the opposite side cone of this cube, represents the x-axis. The positive side of the x-axis is represented by the red cone, while the other side is the negative x-axis. Same applies for an x-axis, shows you right and left, and the other axis is the y-axis, up and down, and the green cone shows the up or the positive x-axis. The z shows the front and rear, and in blue it is actually facing the front direction. All right, so now this is an object gizmo, this is a scene gizmo, and here you can move, this is the green one, up and down. I would like to here have the image target selected so that I can see on the inspector how holding down any of these axes with the mouse key or the mouse button and moving it around will actually, this gizmo, the transform gizmo, will actually reflect in changing positions or values of a position, a rotation, a scale. So these gizmos, either being an object or a scene gizmo, usually allows you to alter the position, the rotation, and the scale for the object gizmo. Okay, let's take a look now. What will you do in a position here? What will you do to position this image target in such a way? Now it is on the 0, 0, 0, right? I want to move it up. So what do I do? Up and down is the y-axis. So this is the y-axis. If I move it by this in meters, remember? So 0.05, for example. As you can see, here is the card now. So it is away or up 0.05. If I want to move it to the sides, then I can actually use the x-axis 0.0, let's put 2 or something. Do you see? And if I want to move it forward 0.02, then this is the moving forward. What if I want to move it backward? I'm going to have to add the negative sign. Do you see? So here, negative here. Now, do you want to bring it, let's bring it a little bit down by 0.1, for example. And now it's going to be below ground if we add minus. So you see? And now over here, it's to the right, to the left, right there. So do you see? And now same applies here. You guys, do you see? Up, down, up, down. And how about the Z? Forward, backward, forward, backward. Okay, so now I hope you understood how to position any image target. This is in complicated scenes, really. You want to position certain things. It is based on planning, and it's easier than what you think when it's preceded by a proper planning. But we want to talk about how we can actually also use the gizmos, okay? Here, back again to origin. I can just use this gizmo like that. Do you see? This is 0.000. Do you see? And this is below. This is on top. Do you see the below one? You guys, do you see? This is a little bit showing the borders, so it's below. Now, once you are up, tap, there is no faded borders of the plane. Good. And this one is forward, and this is backward. It's the blue one. A red one, definitely for this direction, like this, like that. Do you see all this, you guys? This whole movement here to there is in the 0.0 something, because as we said earlier, the Unity uses meters, all right? Good, good, good. So I hope now you understand how to use this gizmo, which is the most important one. Now, this gizmo is a little bit complicated. This is the scene gizmo. So similar to the object gizmo. Now, what happens if I actually use this? It moves both directions, you see, before I move. You see, the Y and the Z over here are moving. Here, this will be the Y and the X. You see? And this is down, up, also with the X and the Z. Good, good. Now, can I actually get everything kind of selected? No, two at a time. Okay, good, good, good. You want to go back to zeros, you guys? Let's go back to zeros. Here is 0, here is 0, and here is 0. Okay. So this is good. Now, how about, in fact, we talk a little bit about this gizmo. Now, if you write, do you see it has here, what do we call it, a cube. So once you click on the cube, look what you get. Here's perspective. Here, ISO. Here, perspective again, and ISO. Okay. What is a perspective? What is an ISO? I'm going to talk about it in class. But now I also would like you to see what happens if I click on the Z, for example. I click on X. I click on this. I click on that. You see right, top. You see this is the Z. Top, front. This is the Y, yeah, and that was the Z. This is the top. If you click on the Z is front or back, but it will give me the front. If I want to be the back, here, bottom. Okay, here is X, right? And X is right or left. So, okay, I want to go to the left. then I need, instead of clicking the red cone, I will click the not red cone. The most important thing I want to show you is here. You see, this is free. This is perspective. You see, right click here, says free. Take the free away. Okay, whatever. Free, take it away. It won't take. Okay, take away the perspective. It will go back to the isometric kind of view. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Now let's talk a little bit about how to go back. Just put it back to perspective. Oh, it's not back. Well, yes, it is. It is back. Well, what do you mean by back? Well, we are using 2D. If we are using 2D, then I think the best way to look at it is not the front, but from the top. Do you see? So it looks like it is a 2D scene. So you are actually looking at it as if this is on a table. Yeah? On a table, as you can see. Yeah? And at the same time, your eyes are from the top looking at the 2D image. So this is the best way to look at 2D image. So the best way to look at any 2D image like our business card is the top. And sometimes it is better to look at it as a front if it is a cube or a 3D. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll show you in a different video. I don't want to make my videos too long, but this video was just about positioning this. So how did we get to here? Just right click and basically place it on the top. So even if you take the perspective away, doesn't matter. You see? I only had like show background. If you don't want to show background, you don't need to. If you hit show background, you will get that black background on your gizmo. This is it. So you can use now here, you will have two axes, definitely the X and the Y, because you don't want to move it forward or backward. Keep it as is. Okay, good, good, good. So this is just this video, and in the next video we can proceed now.